Welcome. My name is Sarah Schaefer. I'm a nutrition and wellness expert, a certified kinesiology and functional neurology practitioner, and I'm the founder of Gut Restoration Expert, where I specialize in helping you address the core factors that contribute to poor gut health in the first place. Welcome to my webinar where we're going to explore why your digestive struggles may go deeper than you think and why so many people out there are desperate for solutions that will free them from frustrating and debilitating gut conditions. And yet most are using Band-Aid approaches that don't address the real cause of these issues and often lead to relapse and even worsening of the situation in the long term. And even the strictest diets and supplement protocols out there rarely address the core issues at play. Now, as a root cause practitioner, my approach uses ways that address the underlying weaknesses in the body, brain, and environment that interrupt the health and function of the digestive and immune systems, using a natural and holistic approach that simply supports the body's own ability to heal. I've overcome my very own complicated case of SIBO paired with Epstein-Barr virus, Lyme disease, systemic candida, mold, chronic inflammation, and autoimmunity. And it took a decade of searching, struggling, and trying everything under the sun to learn how to finally take matters into my own hands and heal my body. And I'm bringing it solution and all here to you today in this free webinar. So I'm going to share with you what I've learned that can help you address gut problems at their root and get your life back on track. So a quick look at digestive health struggles. The American Gastroenterological Association says that around 60 to 70 million Americans are affected by digestive diseases. So you're not alone. Common conditions include inflammatory bowel disease, IBD, and around 3 million individuals in the US have this. It's a type of autoimmune disease that causes inflammation in the intestines and includes things like Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis. And symptoms include chronic persistent diarrhea, bloody stools, weight loss, fatigue, and symptoms in other parts of the body, like in the joints and skin. And then also there's irritable bowel syndrome, which is considered a gastrointestinal disorder and includes symptoms of chronic abdominal pain, diarrhea, constipation, and going back and forth between these two. And there's gastroesophageal reflux disease, also known as GERD. This affects 20% of the population in the US and includes symptoms of the upper digestive tract, things like heartburn, regurgitation, difficulty swallowing, and small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. SIBO occurs when excessive bacteria grow in the small intestine, and which is normally devoid of bacteria. Our gut microbiome is contained in the large intestine normally. And when it gets into the small intestine, it can cause issues like bloating, discomfort, nausea, and a world of pain. The prevalence of SIBO is around 10 to 15% of the general population, but it's found much higher in individuals with other gastrointestinal disorders like IBS. It's up to 85%. In about half of all cases of autoimmune conditions like fibromyalgia, it's also found. So these and really any other condition associated with the digestive tract we are considering today and addressing as well in my upcoming 12-week gut mastery course. So be sure to stick around to the end to hear more about that. So gut health is increasingly recognized as a cornerstone of overall health and well-being because it not only influences digestion, but other crucial aspects of our health and well-being, such as our mental health and immunity. The gut microbiome comprises trillions of microorganisms that reside in our digestive tract and also play a crucial role in these processes. So I'm going to go over quickly the main functions of the digestive tract and how the microbiome helps facilitate them. So the digestive system's primary function is to break down food and absorb nutrients. And a balanced and healthy gut microbiome enhances this process by helping to ferment dietary fiber. This helps produce compounds that nourish colon cells called short-chain fatty acids that also help give energy to the body. Also synthesizing vitamins that are then used by the body and regulating motility, moving through food to prevent infections like and issues like constipation and diarrhea. And the gut also contains about 70% of the body's immune system. The gut-associated lymphoid tissue is critical for proper immune function and defending the body against germs. And a healthy gut microbiome also plays a role in this by protecting against harmful bacteria, viruses, and parasites, things like that, and helping regulate those immune responses. Now, as I mentioned before, there is a connection between poor gut health and autoimmune symptoms and disorders, and this can be because of a few reasons. The first is gut dysbiosis, which is an imbalance in that gut microbiome, having a lot of bad, harmful bacteria. Research shows may be also a risk factor in autoimmune diseases. Gut dysbiosis can also cause increased intestinal permeability, also known as leaky gut. This occurs because those bad bacteria damage the intestinal barrier and allow bacteria and toxins to enter into the body and bloodstream. And this intestinal permeability has been linked to a variety of conditions like SIBO, IBD, Crohn's disease, diabetes, and various autoimmune disorders. Research also shows that the gut-brain axis is crucial. This is a bidirectional communication system between the gut and the brain. And the gut influences mental health and vice versa. The gut is involved in producing neurotransmitters such as serotonin, approximately 90% of which is produced in the gut. Serotonin is known as the happy hormone. And the gut also helps regulate, the microbiome also helps regulate stress, and alterations in that microbiome can affect mood and anxiety levels. And we have an alarming prevalence of mental health disorders in the US to go along with our poor gut health crisis. So gut health problems can create any of the following symptoms and have negative consequences on our physical health, mental health, and overall quality of life. So today we are talking about root causes because I know if you've been dealing with poor gut health, there's a lot of confusion out there, and it's important to understand the deeper side of our digestion and what can cause it to become so dysregulated so that we can create solutions that restore lasting gut health and wellness. In my practice, these are the principal categories that I find at the root of most cases of poor gut health. So essentially, your solution and freedom from digestive pain and feeling out of control lies within these 6 categories. My work is understanding what are your root causes, your unique recipe for healing, and supporting your body's ability to heal itself. The first cause I'm going to go over, anatomical function. Digestion is a complex process that involves breaking down food, absorbing nutrients, and eliminating waste. The anatomy of the GI tract plays a crucial role in this process, and any abnormalities can disrupt normal digestion and lead to various health issues. Structural abnormalities, so like physical changes or malformations within the digestive system. Hiatal hernias, where part of the stomach will push through the diaphragm, or strictures that narrow the GI tract. And diverticula, which are pouches that can form in the digestive tract and trap food particles as they're passing through, that become infected and inflamed and cause a lot of pain. Also, mechanical dysfunction generally involves issues with the movement of food through the digestive tract. Motility disorders, things like gastroparesis, slow down the stomach's ability to empty. This is something that's actually controlled by the brain and central nervous system. And there are many non-invasive ways to restore this function: kinesiology, chiropractic, functional neurology. And this was actually a big part of my own story. After about 6 or 7 years on highly restrictive diets and supplement protocols and tons of money spent, a holistic practitioner helped me identify and immediately address, using functional neurology methods, an imbalance and dysfunction within something called my ileocecal valve. We have numerous valves throughout the digestive tract that are uncontrolled by the brain to move food properly through the digestive tract so that it gets absorbed and eliminated. Now, the ileocecal valve is specifically located between the small and large intestine. The large intestine, which has a thriving microbiome. The small intestine, however, is generally devoid of bacteria. And because this door essentially was open, this valve wasn't working correctly, bacteria were leaking, in essence, into my small intestine, causing bacteria overgrowth and autoimmune symptoms. No amount of diet or supplements were going to fix this issue unless the underlying neurological issues were addressed, which happened immediately, and my SIBO disappeared subsequently after that on its own. So several digestive conditions are linked to these various anatomical issues. GERD can come from structural abnormalities like a hiatal hernia. IBS and IBD can very much be related to motility issues. The skeletal system itself and misalignments there can also change the way that the brain communicates with the digestive system. And these effects can be subtle or not subtle, but issues like injuries or accidents, concussions, things like that can affect the way the brain functions and communicates and have those effects. Now, the second cause I'll go into: harmful microorganisms and toxins that can negatively affect our health. Microbes, essentially tiny organisms, bacteria, virus, fungus, parasites. While some of these are beneficial for our health and are normal parts of our microbiome, others can be harmful and lead to disease. And understanding the different types of microbes is important for recognizing their impact on our health. Several harmful bacteria, H. pylori, E. coli, Salmonella, these are known to disrupt our digestive health and overall health as well. Parasites can live on and in a host, causing harm. Giardia, tapeworms, roundworms are common types and lead to a variety of issues: malnutrition, digestive disturbances, fatigue, and a lot of different mystery symptoms tend to be attributed to parasites. Viral infections can lead to a range of illnesses that compromise our immune system as well as our digestive health. Norovirus, Epstein-Barr, and hepatitis viruses are often underlying a lot of gut conditions. Harmful fungus and mold can also invade our bodies and contribute to allergic reactions and other health complications. Also, toxins are harmful substances that can affect our health when accumulated in the body. Understanding the sources of these toxins is really important to be able to identify them. And they can come from various environmental factors: food, water, air. Common toxins include glyphosate, the herbicide I already mentioned, found in many agricultural products; heavy metals like lead and mercury; various chemicals from pesticides and industrial processes. And additionally, waste from our bodies can also be toxic if not eliminated properly. So detoxification strategies are essential to help eliminate these unseen invaders, microbes and toxins, and support our body's natural defenses. And there are ways to do this that are safe and effective. That brings us to our next topic of nutrition, which is an important strategy in detoxification that I address. And poor nutrition is also a root cause in poor gut health. This is because of cellular health, which refers to the proper functioning of our cells, the building blocks of our body. Essential nutrients like vitamins and minerals play a vital role in maintaining cellular health. Vitamins like A, C, D, and E, and the B groups of B vitamins support various cellular functions like energy metabolism and immune regulation. Key minerals like magnesium, zinc, and iron are essential for enzyme function, oxygen transport, antioxidant defense. So soil health is a modern day crisis. Soil health plays a role in the nutrient quality of our food, and degraded soils lead to nutrient deficient crops. This impacts our overall nutrient intake. Sustainable and regenerative farming practices are absolutely essential to restore soil health and ensure that we receive the necessary vitamins and minerals from our diets. So this is one of my strategies, is addressing soil health and replenishing the minerals and vitamins that we're missing at a core level. Also, other aspects, dietary elements can play a significant role in promoting gut health. Probiotics are live microorganisms that provide health benefits when consumed in proper amounts. These are generally found in fermented foods like yogurt and sauerkraut, and they maintain our healthy gut microbiome, enhance our digestion and our immune function. So they're essential for gut health. And then also dietary fiber is something that is really helpful for regulating blood sugar and cholesterol levels, also promoting regular elimination and supporting a healthy gut microbiome as well. Another basic fundamental step that a lot of the population is getting wrong is proper hydration. Hydration is the first step in health and healing. I call hydration the primary nutrient because without it, we can't even absorb or use nutrients. We simply don't exist without water. It is the essence of life. We are truly bodies of water when you consider that 99 out of 100 molecules in the body are water. Water is fundamental to all cellular processes. It helps transport nutrients, removes waste, and maintains the structural integrity of our cells, including, and also helps with energy production and the regulation of temperature. So if we are adequately hydrated, we are unlikely to be inflamed and diseased in the first place. Dehydration is a precursor to inflammation. Let that sink in. To maintain optimal cellular hydration, it's important to aim to drink plenty of water every day, but also drinking water that is truly hydrating is a challenge this day and age. Alkaline water, for example, that is so popular in wellness spaces, honestly isn't optimal for digestion since the digestive tract is acidic. It functions optimally when it's acidic. So this isn't to be confused with foods that have alkaline forming effects in the body that are beneficial, but alkaline water, in my opinion, does not promote cellular hydration or optimal digestion. Now, my upcoming course really breaks down the science of hydration and how you can facilitate your body's healing just through proper hydration alone. We'll determine the uniquely healing water parameters that optimize your cellular function, and I have really cool ways to do this. Don't want to miss. Also, emotional health is another root cause that I believe affects the health of the gut. The gut-brain axis connects the gut and the brain, and this means that our emotions and our psychological states can influence gut health and vice versa. Unprocessed emotions and trauma, when we experience stress, our body goes into a fight or flight response, which can disrupt normal gut function and take us out of that rest or digest state that we should normally be in, where digestion is optimized. Also, emotional distress can alter the balance of our gut microbiome and further affect digestion and overall health. So because of the long-term consequences of unresolved trauma, it is essential to address these emotional wounds and often is the key to resolving these stubborn issues. The American Medical Association and Centers for Disease Control and Prevention both state that 80 to 85% of all health problems have an emotional component. I actually find that I believe emotions are at the root of most of our health conditions. That's what I find in my practice. So they're absolutely essential to address. And mindfulness and stress techniques are very important practices to incorporate into your routine. Also, fostering social connections can provide that emotional support, especially if you're dealing with poor gut health. It's definitely needed. Now, there are therapeutic options also that I recommend to assist you in processing and releasing emotions and trauma that are stuck. Things like cognitive behavioral therapy, EFT tapping, EMDR, neuroemotional technique, and other techniques that can address trauma. Emotion code is one that I use that is super potent for releasing the stored emotions that are underlying physical symptoms. And last but not least, imbalances in the energy body can often be an underlying factor in poor gut health. The energy body refers to the subtle energy systems that exist alongside our physical body. And understanding the energy body is crucial for recognizing how energy influences our health and wellness and affects our physical, emotional, and spiritual states. The electromagnetic field is an invisible field of energy that surrounds all living things, including each one of us. And this field is generated by the electrical activity of our cells and plays a vital role in cellular communication and maintaining health. Understanding our biofield can help us recognize how external factors may impact our well-being, as well as how our body and its various parts are working. This is why I use bioresonance and frequency technologies in my practice to identify where there are energetic weaknesses and how we can address them. As energy systems in the body are essential for managing the flow of energy and information, influencing our physical and emotional states, and imbalance in these energies can certainly lead to health issues. Chakras are energy centers located along the spine, each associated with specific physical, emotional, and spiritual functions. And meridians are channels through which energy flows in the body as recognized in traditional Chinese medicine. These pathways connect various organs and systems and facilitate the smooth flow of qi, or life force energy. And any blockages or imbalances in the chakras or any of the meridians can certainly affect us. So maintaining energy balance is crucial for overall health, and gut health in particular. Techniques like meditation, yoga, and acupuncture can certainly help restore harmony within the energy body and therefore the physical body, which leads us to a greater state of resilience and homeostasis where the body's self-healing mechanisms are activated. So holistic healing is an integrative approach that is essential for fully addressing gut health issues because it considers the whole person, mind, body, and spirit, rather than just treating specific symptoms. This approach recognizes that emotional and physical health are interconnected and that imbalances in one area can affect another. This is why in my practice, I offer so many modalities that can address each one of these core issues I went over today. And I use kinesiology and bioresonance to determine your unique path to healing. In essence, we learn to talk to your body and discover what it needs. Now, to get to the root of your issues. Now, when I talk about root causes, this implies that there's one core issue. There's a root. And there certainly is. This all started somewhere. But gut health more like in reality represents a pileup of imbalances that are creating a complex of causes and symptoms. And so the logical and most effective approach is to begin to reduce that burden and create conditions that support the body's ability to regulate and heal from damage. So this is a process that is absolutely different for everyone, and it can be a long road for some, but should absolutely be something that is guided by an experienced practitioner. So this is what I'm offering right now in my 12-week program that starts in September. If you want to end gut troubles once and for all, enroll in this course. It is unlike any other program you'll find out there. My program works where others don't because it's root cause based, and it helps you address each of these core factors I went over today in order to bring balance to your body, ignite cellular wisdom, and powerful restorative healing. We start off with a 30-day regenerative detoxification protocol that focuses on cellular nutrition, infusing the body with nourishment, gut rebalancing, parasite detoxing, tissue rebuilding, and just total gut restoration. And we go from there, learning in a group and addressing individual needs week to week. Every week we cover an essential topic and you get practical and personalized steps to healing your gut and keeping it healthy. I have support calls to make sure your process is going smoothly and is a success. So this program is great for any type of digestive issue, complex conditions that have been around for years, or just anyone looking to restore a sense of balance and wellness. This is for you. So you can enroll now at gutmasteryprogram.com, or you can also book a 15-minute call and ask any questions and just find out more. So I really hope to see you there. And thanks again for joining me today.